So I have some bad news for people looking to purchase a second home or take advantage of the new high balance loan limit. I have some good news for people who lost their home to the tragedy of the Marshall Fire and looking to purchase another home, knowing it's going to take 2 to 3 years to rebuild all of the homes lost. So there's a program through FHA where you can actually purchase a new home while your existing home is being rebuilt. So there's some guidelines to that. It is called the 203H program, and it specifically is for people who lost their homes based on a presidential declared major disaster area. So if your home was lost to the Marshall Fire or really any other disaster, whether it's hurricanes or floods or tornadoes, and it's designated as a presidential declared major disaster area, then you can qualify for an FHA 203H loan. It's 100% loan to value, and it's down to a 600 credit score. So you can even have a missed mortgage payment or credit issues post the tragedy of the event. So this isn't a program that you're going to want to know. If you can't qualify with both mortgages and you're looking to purchase a home, that you can then turn into a rental property down the road, but purchase a home while you're rebuilding. If you can't qualify with both mortgages, you have to explore, talk to your lender about the FHA 203H that's 100%, meaning no money down on that loan program, and it excludes the mortgage on the home that was lost. Here's the bad news. Second home buyers and those buyers in the high balance conforming loan limit, your interest rates are about to go up. We just got an announcement yesterday from FHFA, which oversees Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, saying that they're going to add additional delivery fees once they get that loan as of April 1st. And you got to know that if once a loan is delivered to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, it's months before that it's originated. So if somebody comes in today and they purchased a home and that home has a loan on it and we're going to go conventional, I'll start originating today. It'll close 30 days from now. It'll then get the servicing will get sold off and the mortgage will be packaged up and sent to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac to be insured. Now there might be post-closing issues that need to be resolved, any of those items before it actually gets purchased by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. So there's a time delay of 45 to 60 days. That has to be baked in. So if April 1st is the deadline where these new loan fees are being added in, you have to imagine all lenders 45 to 60 days before that, i.e. the end of January, lenders are going to start adding that fee, that new fee, to interest rates. So I want to explain this really quickly because it's going to impact in a big way. So second homes and then high balance. Let's talk about those two separately. Second homes. So it is going to start to look like an interest rate on an investment property. So if you remember, Mark Calabria actually did this at the first of COVID. He raised the pricing on second homes and investment properties. We saw the significant difference that it made. Sandra Thompson, when she first came into office, one of the very first things she did was get rid of that. And that was great news. And then we saw low interest rates. We got rid of that pricing adjustment. And now we're in a rising interest rate market and we all are feeling it. But interestingly enough, that same Sandra Thompson that removed the second home and investment pricing adjustment added it back for second homes. Because now we have to know that it is President Biden's declaration to fight for, right, and to put programs in place for first-time home buyers, home affordability. So in a period of time where we have reduced inventory, in fact, historically low inventory, he's trying to push out the second home buyers, maybe even the investment buyers, to open up opportunities for the first-time home buyers. So second home pricing is going to increase. The pricing grid, and I can show you this if you ever want to see it, the pricing grid makes up the interest rate. So this is not a change in interest rate, this is a change to the pricing grid, but it directly impacts the rate. So the pricing grid is going to increase by 1.125 to 3.875 in pricing adjustments. So if I have a par rate of 100, somebody that might have gotten a second home at 3.25 interest rate yesterday, when this change goes into place, that rate could pop up anywhere from 1/4 to 1.5 points, depending on how much they're putting down and what their credit score is. This will impact, especially right now, because we see home prices are going up interest rates are going up, this pricing adjustment is going to hit you right at the knees. That's on second homes. There's also a hit to the high balance. So I want to break this out really quickly, right? So we have the new celebrated, right? The new conforming loan limits was $647,200. Now you have the high balance, where Denver, this is super important to us because most of our metro is in the high balance areas. High balance is $684,250. I wanted to be very specific about those because there's about a $40,000 gap between them. Anyone under the conforming loan limit, you're fine. Anyone over the high balance loan limit, you're in jumbo land. And this is not the purchase price, this is the loan amount. But if you're in between the 647 and the 684, well, we used to send most people to conforming. A little bit easier, less conditions, mostly better interest rates. Now, anybody that we can, we're going to push them to jumbo because jumbo doesn't have these adjustments. And this is the window that we have the adjustments. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer and your income is equal to or less than 100% of the area median income, no pricing hit. It makes sense. It goes exactly with what Biden is saying, where he is wanting to attack home affordability. So if you have an income that's equal to or less than 100% of the area median income, this will not impact you. But if you have a higher income, your pricing adjustments is going to go up from 0.25%, 0.25 to 1%, depending on how much you're putting down. You have to go all the way down to 40% down before that pricing adjustment becomes reasonable. This is really, really high and shocking. So two things are going to happen, right? So you got the high balance, you've got the second homes, both of those. Let me jump back to the second home for a second. If I have a second home, you're going to want to have conversations with your lender, and we're certainly available to do this with you about, is this a second home or is this an investment? How does this look? Because the big difference, I mean, you might have a second home that you buy in the mountains and you're planning on Airbnb-ing it, but you're also planning on staying in, and there are regulations and rules with the IRS around second homes, and I'm not going to go into that today. But one of the lending differences is on an investment, I can use the rent income to help qualify. Second homes and investment properties are almost going to have the same interest rates now. Something to consider. Let's go back to that high balance group, right? So whether we're going to push you to jumbo, whether you go below, if you have two people on the loan, a husband and a wife, and one of you qualifies with your income, but is equal to or less than 100% of the area median income, you have to be having conversations around if both of you should be on the loan or only one of you should be on the loan, because those people that have the lower area or lower incomes will not be hit by this pricing adjustment. Other programs that isn't going to be hit by the pricing adjustment is the Home Possible and the Home Ready. That makes sense. Or the FHFA, the down payment assistance programs. Sorry, stumbled my letters there. I just want to make sure you guys know about this. If you have any questions, this is massive. Both the opportunities presented with FHA loans for the Marshall Fire folks who want to purchase again. My heart goes out to you. And then also the big news for the second homes and the hit to the high balance, which is most of the Denver market. I hope that helps you guys. I know you're probably gonna have more questions. Reach out to me. Our team can answer any of those and make sure that we set you out with a path to take advantage of where we're headed, right, with all these changes. And this is probably not the last change. This year, 2022, will be defined by the speed of change and how quickly we adapt. Our team wants to go to work for you, making sure that you're adapting and navigating all of these changes. Nicole Rueth, the Rueth Fairway Mortgage. We'll talk to you soon.